Hello everyone, I'm Nikkel here with your sports report on this Monday, March 3rd. It's our first show in March, so let the madness begin. We'll begin at the hardwood. We'll begin with the women, where Emma Andrews and company needed to win their final 2 games in order to make it to Kansas City. They dominated the Lions of Arkansas Fort Smith with Talia Pogai leading the way with 20 points. Some history was made in this game with Carly Wadsworth breaking the school record for most three-pointers made in a career, and head coach Emma Andrews earning her 100th career win in the 83-55 victory. The first 3 quarters of the Northeastern State game were all chose, with Central taking a 13-point lead in the 4th, but UCO couldn't buy a bucket in the 4th and were outscored 24-5, falling to the Riverhawks 68-60. The Broncos finished the year 8-20 overall and 7-12 in the MIAA, finishing 11th in both KPI and conference records. As for the men, they fell in a heartbreaker to Arkansas Fort Smith, falling 74-70 in a back-and-forth affair. On to Saturday, as the chosen Riverhawks were fighting for conference tournament berths, Jacoby Seabach had to go through and then around people for a bucket. Inbound play here from Seabach, gets the nice mid-range rebound and score. He led all scorers with 25 points and snagged 14 rebounds in the victory. Izzy Hart was a literal thief in broad daylight, snagging 7 steals. And here's Seabach with more.
Teammates, they helped me box out, which made me be able to get the rebounds that I could. And they did a great job doing that, which let me crash the boards the whole game, get a rebound, kick it to them, and we go score on offense.
They won 73-67, but because of KPI, determining the conference seeding for the MIAA tournament was a little wonky. Originally, they were slated 5th and based off conference record, but because of the KPI, they bumped UCO all the way down to 8th. 3 teams in particular, Central Missouri, Missouri Western, and Nebraska Kearney, all lost to UCO and either had an equal or worse conference record. But because of that, the Broncos are still going to Kansas City, but they probably should be higher than they are. The Broncos will battle the Emporia State Hornets Wednesday at high noon. The last time these 2 teams played was February 2nd and lost 74-65. The winner will take on number 1 seed Washburn on Thursday. And over to the Diamond, the Broncos softball team took a trip over to Branson and took all 4 games against their opponents. Friday, they beat Truman State 8-6 in their closest game of the weekend series, then crushed the Missouri S&T Miners 12-4 in 6 innings. On Saturday, Broncos pitcher Sidney Ward was muy perfecto, throwing a 7-inning perfect game with 11 strikeouts to make the Blue Tigers even more blue as UCO won 3-0. Their final game was a 11-0 throttling of Winona State, with Taryn Ritz pitching a shutout with 5 strikeouts, while also going 2 of 4 from the plate. Kennedy Clark had 3 of her 8 hits in that game as well and was recently named MIAA Hitter of the Week. Conference play begins Friday against Pittsburgh State at 2 p.m. And then last night, the Thunder were in action in the Alamo City, taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Off the rip here, J-Dub with the pass to SGA for the 3, bullseye. Later on, the MVP candidate shows he could score in multiple ways, not just the free throw line, with a midway fadeaway here. But it was all about J-Dub as he hits this 3 right here, gets the nice lucky bounce, and sinks it. Then he also scored on this coast-to-coast steal right here, had a career high of 41 points as he dribbles and drives his way to the hoop and gets the foul with that shot. The Thunder won 146-132, and they'll play the Houston Rockets tonight at the Paycom Center. And that's my time. Back to you two at the desk.